Well, I thought the whole thing was shocking, you know, as it should be, that, you know, this happens and that he's not the only one it's happened to, but this is a real problem in America.
Well, I was most amazed by how collected he was and how well he's gotten over his 18-year ordeal in jail, and it really gave me a new outlook on life, I think, or just really reinforced the notion that no matter what happens to you in life, you can always come back stronger. And actually, I asked him a question about, they mentioned in the program he studied Buddhism while in jail, and I asked him to explain that, and he told this really amazing emotional story about how Buddhism really helped him through the really tough times on death row, and it was meditation that really essentially kept him sane and gave him the energy to go on, and that was just very comforting to know, no matter what, no matter where you are, there's always tools you have to get through these tough times.
To me, it was amazing that we've always known that the system is broken, the justice system across all boards from different levels, from state to federal. But it's amazing to see the people who have fallen through the cracks and the people who have gone out of the cracks, like Damien. But when he emphasized how many people out there were still convicted, still in jail, but knowing that they are still innocent, shows there's a lot of work to be done. I think this is the first step in inspiring Brain Eye students, inspiring the community at large to take a larger action.
Last year I had actually done a research paper in my junior English class on his story, because we compared it to the Crucible and how it was a modern day witch hunt. So our class kind of had a really emotional reaction to it, because we followed the story, and me and a couple of my friends came with our English teacher from last year to see him speak today.
Oh wow.
So we really were excited that he got released, and we really had like an emotional attachment to what had happened to him.
The weirdest thing for me is like, I sort of put him in my mind as someone who has notoriety, but like while there are all these like concerts for free, the West Memphis Street, like Pearl Jam and Henry Rollins Band or whatever, like he wasn't at them. He was in solitary confinement, like in a cell where he said he could see 4 to 5 inches in front of him. So so he wasn't a famous person. He was like a person of notoriety who like that. So it's different.
It was pretty cool, because we had always like joked about going to West Memphis and trying to like crack the case for ourselves and stuff, so it was just cool to like spend all that time working in the paper and then actually be able to see him speak and talk about his story live.
Was he what you expected? Were his mannerisms and the way he spoke the way you envisioned them?
Yeah, because we had watched all the documentaries and stuff, so we kind of already knew how he spoke and stuff, but it was just cool. And then the perspectives of his wife, and then the news reporter and his lawyer, it was just a combination of
yeah, I think we feel like we got to know him almost through the documentaries, through the writings, and that he's so graceful and gracious, and as Lonnie had said, he's the wisdom that he has and the few words that he may say. It's just amazing with what he's been through that he can still be, you know, he is that graceful today, or gracious today, because I don't know that I could do the same.
I would say it does. I think actually makes me rethink the whole prison system. Like what he said about like you don't want to drive people crazy before you release them back into the world. Like that resonated with me.
I was interested in what he had to say. I'm sort of in favor of abolishing prisons, so but he said that he saw some reasons for them to still exist, and I think that's interesting as someone who was in it and had such a rough, personally bad time and physically and mentally difficult time there, that he said that there could be some reasons, and it's something to think about. I don't ever want to be someone who only thinks one way and refuses to ever listen to people, so it's something to think about.
I think I've always been against it. I don't think it's like we're one of the only countries in the world that has capital punishment anymore. I think we are one of the only, like, you know, first world type countries, and I think it's inhumane. You never know, and it is expensive, and that's the reason they're going to get rid of it.
So I think it plays a dual role. I think the role of media should be minimized. Justice through the courts that can be solved. There is a recourse in the courts. With that being said, I still think the media is really crucial for us to find out about these things. Definitely without the media at all, we would not know about this right now. He would probably still be in jail.
In this case, yes, because it was so corrupt, and like, I feel like nothing he said would be taken seriously about being the person who committed the crime, and having someone who is kind of a higher power like help